Hello, this is Elizabeth. I'm just wanting to take a moment to remind myself of all the things that worked really well this week. Maybe you'd like to do the same thing for you. But what really gave me a major breakthrough just recently in the last few days is I feel like I've been doing things really well this year, and I've been focusing really well and having a good time and meditating and doing the things that need to get done and enjoying everything. And I got to a point where I thought, well, why aren't things getting better? They're just sort of staying the same. And I remembered something really important that Abraham says, and it's don't take score too soon. So I took note of that, and I decided to just let things be where they were, and to just, if my energy was going to plateau, just to leave it where it was, without trying to do any therapy to shift it, without trying to take any major action, and without even trying to write positive aspects or push myself to just do any of those spiritually based sort of things. And all of a sudden I found that I was inspired to write. And that's nothing unusual. I'm often inspired to write, but this writing came through a little different. It came through with these really funny little puns. And I knew that those funny little puns, those funny little sentences at the end weren't coming from me, because I'd look at them and I would just crack up laughing. They were just so funny. Now, what I then realised was I was channeling a dead comedian, so to speak. So in my quest to be a bit sillier this year, I'm being assisted in so many ways, and by live people who are on Facebook and they post funny stuff and they interact with me, and I really enjoy their jokes and their sense of humour. Well, somebody, not only live, somebody dead came in to give me some assistance too. Anyway, that has really worked for me this week. Most important thing I got was to not push when things are a bit, ordinary, to not push my way out of it, to not try and work my way out of it, to not try and therapy my way out of it. Just to trust in the goodness of the universe, to trust that bodies heal, to trust that things get better, to trust that improvement is natural, to trust that life is expanding. And wow, the effects have been amazing. So that's just one of the things that have worked really well for me this week. There are a couple of other things too. I asked myself at one stage, what are the things that make me feel really good about me and that bring up that inner shine? And some of the things are, well, I love to have my apartment clean, so I run around and I clean it every morning. And I love to look good, so I've gone and had my hair done this morning. And one of the other things is to just wear a little bit of makeup, just to make my face shine a little too. So some of those things, as physical as they might be, they affect me in a spiritual sense. So I'm tending to not only my spiritual side, but I'm also tending to the physical things that are important to me. And I love to live in this beautiful place on the water, and that's something that tends to my spirit as well. So I don't think that we should ever shun physical things just to be spiritual. Those physical things were put there for us to use. So that's just a few of the things that have worked for me this week. I wonder what would happen if you started thinking about the things that worked for you too. Maybe you'd like to do that. See ya. Got a little cat here trying to play with me. Hang on, here he is. He's just come to say hello. Say hello, kitty. He's my little friend. Actually, that's one of the things that really works for me, having the cats around.